Imagine falling in love with someone who the whole world says isn't right for you. People whisper behind your back, friends abandon you, and even your family doubts your decision. But you follow your heart anyway. That's exactly what happened to Sarah. She married a disabled man against all odds. But what happened during the wedding left everyone in complete shock. And it changed their lives forever. Stay with me, because this story will warm your heart and leave you speechless. Sarah was 27, a bright, ambitious woman with a heart full of dreams. She lived in a bustling city, surrounded by friends who were all chasing careers and relationships. One day, while volunteering at a local community event, she met Daniel. Daniel was different. He was charming, intelligent, funny, but he was in a wheelchair. A tragic accident had left him paralyzed from the waist down. Most people would have looked at Daniel and only seen the chair. But Sarah saw something else: his kindness, his resilience, and that smile that could light up the darkest day. At first, they were just friends. Long conversations turned into laughter, and laughter turned into something deeper. But as they grew closer, Sarah started hearing whispers. "Why would you date someone like him? You're beautiful, Sarah. You could have anyone." Even her family wasn't supportive. Her mother begged her to think twice, but Sarah had already made up her mind love wasn't about appearances. It was about connection. When Daniel proposed to Sarah, it wasn't in some fancy restaurant or on a tropical beach. It was simple, heartfelt, and perfect. He held her hand and said, "I may not be able to stand, but I promise to stand by you for the rest of my life." Sarah said yes, without hesitation. But the journey to their wedding wasn't easy. Friends drifted away. Some even told Sarah she was throwing her life away. Her father refused to walk her down the aisle at first. Every day felt like a battle against people's judgment. But Sarah and Daniel stayed strong. They believed in their love more than anyone's opinion. Finally, the big day arrived. Sarah walked into the church in a stunning white gown, heart pounding with excitement. Daniel was at the altar, looking as handsome as ever in his suit, sitting in his wheelchair with tears in his eyes. As the ceremony began, the room filled with whispers. Some people still doubted them. Sarah didn't care. She only saw Daniel. But then something happened that no one expected. The priest asked Daniel to stand and say his vows. Everyone looked at him, thinking it was a mistake. But Daniel smiled, and slowly, he stood up. Yes, you heard that right. Daniel stood up. The entire room gasped. Sarah's hands flew to her mouth. Tears streamed down her face. Turns out Daniel had been secretly working with therapists for months. He wanted to give Sarah the wedding she deserved, a moment where he could look her in the eyes, standing as her equal. When he said his vows, the entire hall was in tears. "Sarah, you gave me strength when I had none. Today I stand not just on my feet, but on the love you've given me." Sarah couldn't hold back. She ran into his arms and they held each other as everyone clapped and cheered. The rest of the ceremony was magical. Everyone who doubted them, speechless. Sarah's father, who refused to come. He broke down and hugged Daniel, whispering, "You're the best thing that ever happened to my daughter." That moment changed everything. People realized love isn't about perfection. It's about devotion, sacrifice, and faith. After the wedding, Daniel continued his therapy. While he wasn't fully able to walk everywhere, that single act at the altar proved something powerful. Love makes the impossible possible. So the next time someone tells you that love has limits, remember Sarah and Daniel. Their story proves that true love doesn't just break barriers, it creates miracles. If this story touched your heart, make sure to like this video, share it with someone who needs hope today, and subscribe for more inspiring stories like this.